Fuck it. Everything's wrong and bad. Oh my god, it's been a hot minute. I don't remember how to stream anymore. Guys, help! I don't remember how to stream anymore. Wait, never mind. I'm cured. Don't help me. Never mind. Are we live? Simpsons, we are live. Everything's wrong and bad. We sound all right. I don't remember. Does this chat work? I think the chat works. That's messed up. It says no concurrent viewers when I'm clearly watching. I guess I don't count. I've had like 400 subscribers on YouTube for like 10 years. 3 watching now. How many people are watching, dude? I got conflicting reports. We got 3 concurrent viewers. We got 0 concurrent viewers. This is some crap, dude. There's a bunch of crap they're peddling. 0 views. Did I do all the good boy stuff? Did I give it the? Did I? No, I gotta put the game. We're gonna be playing a game. I'm not gonna be doing a custom thumbnail because I think it's a tremendous waste of time. Altered content? No. Paid promotion? Not really. I wasn't paid to play this game. I'm just playing the public demo. What's it fucking called? Ground Zero Hero. Hashtag Ground Zero Hero. Gaming. Ground Zero Hero. It's not a category I can choose. Nice. Oh damn, Gaia Online. Do you guys want to go to Gaia Online instead of watching me play this game? Oh no, I'm not recording. Well, the game hasn't started yet. It's fine. Where's Keymailer? Where's Kelly? Keys. I mean coverage. I mean, actually keys. Redeemed. Do not redeemed. Ground Zero Hero. Oh, there we go. Our changes have been saved. Man, we got a lot to talk about, chat. If I ever figure out how to get back. Oh, Jean Parmesan. Did I get a haircut? Yeah. Does he even check chat? I don't usually need to. 6-7 skibbity toilet, thanks. Thoughts and prayers. Did you get a notification about this happening? Computer, make this guy super... Well, it worked. I don't know if I can say gay and horny on my stream. I'm okay with saying gay and horny on my stream. I just don't know if the internet police allow it. Oh, God, with the full screen, full brightness white. This is disgusting and very loud. I'm sure you guys can hear this, but I gotta change it over real quick. Oh my God! It's the loudest game of all time. Make it MF not full screen. 1920 by 1080. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Did get a notification. Wow. I'm sorry. It's not going to be worth it. Does my entire computer just freeze? What happened? Oh, there we go. Alright, so it looks like we're getting tremendously loud fucking game audio. Yeah, I know. Gotta cut that shit down an obscene amount. You don't realize how freaking loud games are until you're streaming. Like so many, like it's happened to Jean Parmesan in the chat. I've like peeped the stream back in the day, and I was like, dude, that entire hour you were on was just blasting loud game music. I mean, you want it to be, you'd prefer it to be louder rather than too quiet. But still, tonight we're sipping on a little heady topper. Heady topper. I'm trying to get some heady topper, if you know what I mean. We're gonna start recording. Anything you can and say will be used against you. We're a little out of frame here. Oh, I think I biffed it. Now we're fine. It's not amazing, but we're fine. Alright, now I can barely hear the fucking game, but oh, Jesus, never mind. God damn, that's loud. I say that every time. But anyway, looks like the controller works. Tutorial I don't really want to have on, but we'll leave it on. Can you see all that crap? Looks like you can. This is a cool game that I don't really know anything about. That I think draws some inspiration from some familiar familiar places. I gotta pee. What a terrible time to have a curse and have to pee. That's decent balance. Okay. Damn it, I gotta, well, I think I can hold it. Maybe we can get like a round in. This is just, it's a fucking other Vampire Survivors game. I love these games. Oh my god. Alright, let's just jump right into it. We're recording, we're streaming. I have a camera, I have a microphone. I'm a white guy in my 30s that's going bald. I've been growing it out. I don't know if that was a joke, but I don't know, and I also don't know if you can see it. I've been growing it out just to see if anything, like what it looks like. It's been a year since I've been shaving, so I'm like, what happens if I try to grow it out? Maybe it all came back. I really doubt it. Alright, this looks distinct. Welcome to the wasteland. Before you start, you should know that nuclear Armageddon isn't all fun and games. Aside from the mutants, the starvation is a real danger out there, and the answer is... We've stumbled upon another Reddit dev game chat. If your candy meter becomes... There's a candy meter. Oh, get your soy jacks ready. Ha! If your candy meter becomes depleted... I gotta change the voice to be more accurate to what we're dealing with here. If your candy meter becomes depleted, you'll start dying. Make sure you're on the lookout for dino... What? Why is every game like this now? Oh. Listen, I'm a millennial. I'm a born and raised 1994. I'm a hardcore millennial. I'm a chopped unk. I love Nickelback. I love Breaking Benjamin. I love White Monster and White Claws. And if I smoked, I would love Marb Reds and PBR. But oh my god, the millennial writing. It was cool 15 years ago. It was cool when everything was lol random and quirky. But man, we just keep doing it. We just keep doing it. This is what the younger generations, the Gen Zers, whatever they're called, Zoomers, this is what they're going to rip on us for. They already are. And it's like, oh god, epic. Make sure you're on the lookout for the epic Dino Pinata that drops candy. And other surprises. Ha, that's epic. You can also sleep in the unopened bunkers to heal and escape the horrors of the night. I don't mean to shit on this hard. All right? It's probably fun. I've just been super exposed to so much of this former emo kid, like lol random humor. But granted, if I was trying to make a quirky thing, I'd probably also struggle to find a delicate or a decent balance between quirky, fun, goofy personality, but also still, fun and tasteful. It's like the fucking what's the I'm not even gonna play this game. I'm just gonna talk. What's the game that the Rick and Morty guy made, where the first person shooter, like the entire game, it's like you just pretty much have like you have like Morty in your hand. Every gun's different or whatever, but they talk to you. It's funny, but it's just grating after a while, dude. Grating? Is it grading or grating? However, to truly survive the wasteland, you must clear it of any mutated fauna. The counter at the top of the screen will show how many remain. But for now, the fun part. But now, for the fun part, fuck you. It's time to choose your first hideous mutation. Okay, that's cool. I like this. We got, guess what? Chicken butt. You can now lay explosive eggs. You'll be a wonderful parent. Fireball. Fireball. Your throat starts to tingle and you can now spit fireballs. My balls are fire. Tentacle. The bones of your arm melt as it becomes a mighty tentacle for whipping the local fauna. I guess we'll try the tentacle. Tentacles are cool. Is the game... Okay, I just had it turned down. Move the arrow keys while I'm using a controller, so already, no. Oh! Okay, interactable environments! Cool! That's different. Not like I'm sure this is definitely not like the first and only Survivors game that's like that, but at least that's unique right off the rip. We got pickups. So I got to keep my candy meter up. All right. Oh, we're a little slow. I'm going to get cooked. You got to pop the piñatas. All right. It's winning me over. The tutorials, the little notes or whatever, I was struggling, but this already, okay, this is promising. This is cool. This is fun. Looks cool. It's weird. I like how fucking weird this is immediately. This is weird. And I'm going to say it's a good weird. So what I was saying before, oh, okay, all right. So I said, I'm a certified chopped unk. And, I fall prey to some of the trappings of, if you leave a Corona with lime out on the, under your bed at night, I'm under your bed. What was I trying to say? If you leave it on the, what's the fireplace at night, I will, like Santa Claus, appear. Take a ride on the two-headed cow. Trample 30 enemy. Oh, I leveled up. All right, a lot's going on. I'm just saying, if you leave a Corona with lime out on the fireplace or on the dinner table, I'm going to get it like Santa Claus gets cookies the next morning. I'm a certified chopped unk. But check this out. This is kind of cool. We got we had to kill so many guys in a certain amount of time, and they took the Majora's Mask day-night cycle meter up top. Pretty sick. I'm a fan. I'm paranoid that the game audio is too loud over my mic, and I've checked it several times, but I have OCD. It's not. We're fine. Shut up. The camera could come down a little bit, though, so we're gonna do that. I tend to slouch. I gotta fix my posture. Yeah. Charlie, we've got to fix my posture. Okay. Also, if this is the extent of the level up system, kind of refreshing. A lot of these Survivors games, it can be a lot. You know what I mean? You're dealing, and I like that. Donald Trump ass speech. So we got double whip. We can start the chicken butt. Honestly, with how strict or how intense they follow you. No, okay, I was going to say having something that shoots backward might be helpful. Let's go with the spines, though, dude. But right now, I'm riding the two-headed. I thought I was supposed to trample enemies. What happened? Did I run into something? I'm cooked. So we got the Majora's Mask day-night meter thing. That's pretty sick. Summon the sun 3 times in one run. Okay, wow, there's so much going on. Also kind of refreshing. A lot of these games really... Triple enemies. What did I hit that I stopped? Or is it just that short? Oh my god. There's so much going on. But again, I kind of like that because so many of these games, just a little, every run's like half an hour and they just trickle a little bit. This kind of getting straight into it and being like, here's all this shit. Just you play with it, figure it out. It's kind of cool. Do I get to choose unlimited? Do I get unlimited weapons? Oh, okay, so it's like my DNA up top shows what I've chose before. We're gonna keep going with the spines. 100 streak, yeah. These condoms, what am I picking up? Those little like goopy piles. Oh, there's so much shit going on. I feel like the pop-ups are like disorienting me more than the enemies. All right, it's nighttime. Spooky. I don't know what this goop is I'm picking up. Is it radiation? Should I not pick it up? Darkness falls. When darkness falls. Sleep in unopened bunkers to heal and escape the... Oh, okay, yeah, they did say that. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, I kill 100 vampires. What the fuck's going on? Can I hang out by the... Oh, is that telling me where the... It is. Okay, that bottom thing is telling me where a bunker is. Oh, get in there. New bunker found. Sleep, I guess. There's a lot going on. I was a little aggressive coming out of the gate with my first impression of this game. But it's trying to be fair. This is cool. Having a good time. I'm gonna take a little sip of my heady topper. Jesus. I like the spikes because I'm always running away from fools. And that's a guaranteed damage. So what's my meter on the left? I know it explained all this stuff, but my god, dude, that was just a lot of information for me all at once. And I'm not a clever man. It said something said I needed to keep some meter up or I get cooked in some way. Oh my god, what's going on? I'm getting the goop. That seems to increase. That's my rad level? I don't know what that means, bro. Something I was talking about in the reason I named this what is going on, bro? The reason I named this stream Simpsons Did It is because the dev talked about how they're inspired by, you know, they were just like, it's like the Simpsons meets Vampire Survivors. And some of these character designs, I'm looking at these mosquito guys. Honestly, actually, a lot of them. It's, you know, they're really wearing the inspiration on their sleeve. But I think I'm coming around. It's pretty well done. We got some Brahmin. There's clearly a lot of Fallout shit going on here, which is cool. It's like a, you know, this game's like a smoothie of a bunch of unk things. We got The Simpsons. We got Majora's Mask. We got Fallout. Or just post-apocalyptic shit in general. Can I grab this? Yeah, okay. What's this giant head? Is that a thing I touch? I don't know what I should touch. Should I touch this? Looks like I should touch that, but nothing happened. Oh, is that just my experience? Have I not realized that this entire time? Game 6 clay. I have no idea what that means. It's probably a basketball deep cut that I can never understand. The radiated clay of the wasteland transforms into a sharpshooting pair of arms. I mean, fucking no clue what that means, but let's go. I keep getting these streaks, and I don't know where's the combo. Is that just how many enemies I'm hitting without getting hit? Uh-oh, darkness is gonna fall, I think. Also, the UI. Oh! The skeleton's hiding the arrow, like an arrow thing, pointing me to some epic mushrooms. What is this? Super Mario. Oh, darkness is falling. We are reborn! It will sleep again. What does that do? Oh, is that just a random It just throws a basketball. There's an epic chicken right here. I can't tell what I can and can't fuck with. I kind of want to go full screen on that. I have this, I have OBS on the right and then this game on the left, but I kind of want to go full screen because I wonder if it fully expands out because I have a really cool ultra wide monitor, which I have really grown to love. It's convenient in a lot of ways. And, you know, anytime somebody new comes to my house, which is never, I'm so lonely, they see the ultra wide monitor and they're just like, what the fuck? It gets a really big reaction out of most normal people that aren't like this. My buddy, who is a man in his 70s, this is going to sound a little bizarre, came over here recently. We had to discuss business. This sounds very suspicious. But he saw the monitor and he was just like, what? He was baffled. He couldn't understand what he couldn't make heads or tails of what he was seeing. Alright, so we gotta kill 10,000 broskies in a run? I wonder if that means you win the run or if, I don't know, maybe you have to resurrect, I don't know. There's a, alright, I just saw there's a, there's an alien. We got a kangaroo. Is this Australia? Is it like a Overwatch apocalypse type thing? Does that make any sense what I just said? Oh god, am I high on mushrooms? I didn't even see what I picked up. In Overwatch, Australia is like the characters from Australia, it's like the Mad Max type beat. God, there's so much going on. I also like, we need a Yamcha right here. Oh, I can't Yamcha in the crater? Come on, man. A 0 out of 10 game. Never mind, I take it all back. Fuck this game, turn it off. Shut off the stream. I forgot what I was gonna say, dude. I'm so overwhelmed. Oh, I was gonna say that I like. You love eating ass? Did this game just tell me that I love eating ass? Because I'll have you know I don't. Not that I've tried it and didn't like it. I've never tried it. Because I don't think I'll like it. Maybe I mean. Oh, it's nighttime. I fucked up. Oh, I'm so cooked. Is that my health? I can't tell it's my health. Watch out for the spooky epic vampires. Oh! Should I get the bucket? Oh, I blew it, dude. I thought that was going to be my redemption. My web redemption. Okay, so check it out. We got a bunch of kills. We got a streak. That was my first level. My mutation level is only 1. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's your carryover, like your character level. Help me. Vulture bait. A friendly vulture follows your every step, clearly concerned for your welfare. All right, I got to pee now. I'll be right back. I'm aware that streaming for like, well, it's about 20 minutes, but still, immediately having to pee is not the move. Give me a break, okay? All right, Epic Gamers. So I haven't streamed in a little bit. It's because I was in prison. I'm a slave. Kill me. No, despite the allegations and the rumors, I haven't been in prison. I got a new job, and it was none of it's a bummer, but it was a little bit of a bummer because I felt like I was getting into a really, I came up with a whole plan for putting out videos and streaming. And I was following it for a couple months, and it was going well, and it was, whatever. I was figuring it out. I was feeling good about it, and then starting the new job, it ended up being a lot of an adjustment in a lot of ways, but it's good. Everything's going well. I've just been for like these past couple 2-3 months been cooked after work, and I've also been going harder in the gym. So everything's good. I was a busy boy, and it's I don't know, I'm just getting back in the routine of things. It is, it's very lame to. I have nothing to complain about in my life. It's doing pretty decent, but sometimes, dude, you go to work, which is for me. It varies. Some days I have a very physical job. Some days I don't. What was that? I'll try some different ones. Try the fireball. Fireball. But on those days that I have a super physical day at work, and then I have to go to, I have to, otherwise I have to go to the gym, otherwise I'll explode. Afterwards, then you get home, and sometimes you got to make dinner if I don't have anything left over. And then it's like, hey, do you want to play a game that might be terrible for an hour while screaming into a microphone? It's like, I do, but I'm so tired. And I gotta say, the longer we play this, my initial concerns becoming smaller and smaller. But when I went to go pee, I did go on Instagram for a moment because I need to. That's the only way I can pee. I need to be on Instagram. And I saw this a girl that I think is pretty cool. She posted a picture with another guy. And it could have been her brother. But what if it wasn't? What if she's with another guy and I'm on her playing some fucking game that looks like The Simpsons? She doesn't even live in my city, so it's fine. But still. I think I did ask her out. I asked her out. She said, yeah. But we don't live anywhere near each other. So what's the, you know what I mean? I was like, if you ever come back to where I am, we could hang out. So I'm sure she was just being nice, but whatever. Let's try vulture bait. A friendly vulture follows you around. So it's just gonna be like, is that the mysterious strange? Oh no, it's just like a. He do be flying. So your rads is the experience. This is something. Well, no, I guess the whole the whole gimmick is that you're like becoming more mutated. And that's your defense. That's okay. It's another. That's clever. I kind of like it. That's something that I've never really. Hell yeah. See, I'm just like I'm a sucker for some of the Unk stuff, but the sun, it looks like the sun's going down. I don't know. I didn't actually play Majora's Mask, so I don't know how it works. But I gotta get to one of them there, sewer bunkers, whatever. But it doesn't seem like the thing pops up until it's like already nighttime. Maybe that's the whole point. The ham horn always gets me. Hilarious every time. Oh, but I was going to say, in Fallout, I played a lot of Fallout. I got a lot of hot takes on Fallout. My favorite one is Fallout 4, and that really makes people upset. Mostly because my least favorite one is Fallout New Vegas. How many tangents do I want to get on? Let me get my main point out first. I've always really liked the mechanics in Fallout games that are around mutations, like the ones that are like beneficial, or it's like I don't know. I don't have an antholic knowledge, but the ones where it's like you become more like a ghoul, so that has maybe some social disadvantages, but you're you're less susceptible to radiation, and stuff like that, or like or especially in like Fallout 3, I feel like there's a lot of perks that you could get that would like what was it, Iron Belcher or Iron Stomach or whatever. It's like your stomach mutated. I could be totally butchering this. I'm sorry, but it'd say like your stomach is now made of mutated and you can eat anything and radiation isn't as bad. Or like grow a third arm and you're stronger now. Yeah, I always thought that was cool. So like this, well, this isn't exactly the same. Just, you know, kind of that concept is interesting to explore, I think. Fireballs now have a chance to briefly burn the ground. That's cool. 1.5 chance to go bonkers. Oh, I gotta say, we've talked about the graphics, like design-wise, but the animations and like overall quality is pretty damn good. I think this is one of the best looking games that I've played. That like demos and stuff that I've like gotten from Keymailer or whatever. I think this is a public demo, but you know I found out about it because of Keymailer. Shout out to this video sponsor, Keymailer. They're definitely not a sponsor of this video, though that is the platform I use to help find this cool game. But let's get into some Fallout hot takes. I think the main one is that my favorite one is Fallout 4, and my least favorite, I like that trumps everything else. My least favorite being New Vegas. I have the disadvantage when Fallout 3 and then New Vegas came out. I didn't play them. I wasn't into Fallout at the time. I thought it was lame. Because I didn't know. I don't know. I was literally in, like, at best, towards the end of middle school. And at the time, I can't tell you what year that is. That would be like 2000, like the mid to late 2000. 2000s? Yeah, 2000s. I was first again. I was in middle school. I was a child, so I had no idea what was going on. Even though my friends played the games, I don't know. I had no idea what was going on. It seemed like everything at that time was. How's it going with the spikes? Everything had that retro 60s and 50s. Isn't this crazy? What if everything was nuclear technology? It seemed like everything had that kind of theme to it. And I was just like, it just made me think that I was just sick of it, really. I guess that's the long and short of it. I didn't care. I was just like, oh my God, another game. Because like I had played BioShock and I liked it. And I was like, this is super cool. Rapture, oh my God, it's like an alternate reality. What's the fascism? You know, I don't know. I don't care about this stuff. But and then I just felt saturated. It was just so saturated. So it took me a long time to finally give Fallout 3 a chance. Despite being Unk status, I am not a severe enough case of Unk to have played Fallout 1 and 2. Those came out. I was like 2 or 3 probably. If they came out, I don't even think. Jesus, did the first Fallout come out in the 90s even? I think it was in the late 80s. So yeah, I wasn't even god dang alive. So I didn't play those games until way after I played Fallout 3. But I eventually tried out Fallout 3, and I was like, oh my God. Because I was also, you know, what didn't make any sense is I was a huge Elder Scrolls fan, even back then. Oblivion went crazy. I got Skyrim on release night. That was, I don't think it was the last midnight release that I went to, but it could have been. I had a party at my house. Me and all a bunch of my friends set up a bunch of TVs in my basement. It was really cool. It was a really good time. But that was another thing that I didn't fully understand because I was a stupid kid. I thought Fallout was copying Oblivion, which is so stupid. It's the same company, dude. It's Bethesda. They're using the same engine. I'm like, it's like, that's dumb. They just took Oblivion and made it look like the 50s, and it's not cool and lame. I heard this "you love eating asshole" again line. I have no idea what character said that. So I don't know. That was just the dumb, cringy stuff that you think as a kid. When I eventually tried it out, like probably 2016, I was very late to trying out Fallout 3. I was like, I'm gonna play this game that all my friends really liked and told me to try a long time ago. We got the nuke. And I was like, I realized, like, holy shit, this is awesome. And I had a really good time with it. And it was really good timing because right me playing that for the first time led perfectly into Fallout 4 coming out. So the hype was enormous, and Fallout 4 had one of these. There was a lot of aspects about it that they were just like, it was like secret for a super long time, and I think it was one of the first times that Bethesda was like, just one day they were at their whatever it's called, I don't think it was E3, whatever their thing was, and they were just like, yo, Fallout 4 is real and we made it and it's going to be out in like 2 months, and everyone lost their minds. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those very short, after the announcement, the game was actually coming out, and it was just so crazy. Everyone was super stoked about it. And I remember for that one in particular, there was it was Fallout Shelter, the mobile game, and it was really good. And I remember they announced that at the same time. And they were also just like, oh yeah, by the way, it's out now. And like everyone like grabbed their phones and like, oh my God, it's out now. And you could just play it, which is just really cool. That was a really cool, I mean, I wasn't there. I was just watching it live on YouTube or whatever, but it was just a cool thing. I also built my first ever gaming PC. I had an Alienware, a really like the cheapest possible one you could get. Don't get any crazy ideas. I had an Alienware as my first ever gaming PC, and it was awesome. I still have the case. It's a super awesome PC, but I didn't make that, obviously. It's a pre-built. I chose a couple of the cheapest options because my family wasn't well enough. I don't even know how my mom pulled that off, honestly. And even still, I didn't get that was like 10th or 11th grade that I got that. But enough time had passed that it was time for an upgrade, and I wanted to try. I learned a lot about computers, so I built my own for the first time. And I remember being like really freaking out. I think there was a span of like a week or two that I had the full computer. It was an i7 6700K processor, and I had a 1070. Couldn't afford the 1080, but I had the 1070. I was working at Staples doing Easy Tech at the time, and it was cool. There's like this learning program called Intel Score or something. What else do you want to do here? None of these really help me. I'll do the Vulture too. Intel. Oh man, I think it still exists, but it was just like this program, not like a application, but like a thing you could sign up for. I don't think you needed to prove that you worked in the quote unquote industry as a retailer or whatever, but maybe you did. I don't remember. But you could sign up for it, and I proved that I was just like I got some sort of proof that I worked at Staples as Easy Tech, and it was this like learning series of courses, tests, and videos that taught you about computers and Intel and their products and stuff. And it was like you could become technically quote unquote Intel certified or whatever, which didn't really mean anything but kind of did. And what I thought was so cool is that first off, I was learning computers from like it was a really good source. That's how I first found out about like Linus Tech Tips. He was one of the main players that they hired to do a lot of the videos. I was like, this guy's super, well, cool probably isn't the word, but I really liked, I thought the videos were good enough, and I really liked them, and I still watch Linus all the time. So that's how I learned to build computers, but there's a lot of benefits to it as well. It was like one of those situations where, hold on, I'm parched. It was like you'd have daily challenges that were like quizzes on mostly new product lineup stuff from Intel, like their processors, but also there'd be like legitimate tech questions, none of them super in depth, but the more you did them, the better you did, the more whatever points you get, and you could level up your account. And it felt like it was really fucking worth it though, because you could get there was a ton of promotional stuff. Like I remember the main thing. I'm a firing my laser. The main point that I'm getting to here, there was a bunch of stuff that I got sent. They just shipped you stuff. Like I would like complete courses and like, you leveled up, we're gonna send you. I got like this cool goodie bag that I had for. I think I still have it actually. I think I have a bunch of old like RAM that we otherwise would have thrown away. I have a bunch of RAM chips and stuff. in that bag, but it's just like this cool Intel branded bag that came with like it was an Intel pen, and then on the other side of it, you could flip it around. It was like the screwdriver that was you could flip it inside and out. It was Phillips head and flathead, and had a little flashlight in it. And there was pins. There was just a lot of really cool stuff that, like, especially, like, I don't know, I was like 20 when this was going on. I was finally learning computers in a more tangible way. I was getting to somewhat work on them in Easy Tech. Spoiler for a lot of Best Buy Geek Squad, which I worked at Best Buy later on. I didn't work in Geek Squad, but I was there, so I talked to the guys. A lot of tech support stuff like that, like I was gonna say Circuit City. They don't exist anymore, but they do a lot of not a lot. How do I say this? I don't want to make it seem like none of the work that gets done to your PC is done by the guys that work there. The dudes are usually very knowledgeable. The people working at Geek Squad are smart dudes, but a lot of the work is outsourced so that they can help people at the register. They'll just remote connect to an agent who does a brunt of the repairs or whatever it may be, installing software, whatever it is you want to do. That there are probably a lot of, honestly, like work from home guys. You know what I mean? You'll write up the report as to what the customer needs done on their computer, hook it up, and then through stuff like TeamViewer and just remote controls and stuff like that, they do it, and then that frees up the actual Geek Squad agent to stay doing helping customers and keep the ball rolling. So, but even still, there's a lot. A lot of the dudes that I worked with there at Staples Easy Tech, I learned that they knew a ton of stuff, like more like like the not quite the managers, but the leads and stuff. They're a little bit older than me at the time, and they'd been building computers for almost my entire life and all that stuff. Anyway, so I learned a bunch of stuff like that. But through that program, the biggest thing that I got out of it was you could get crazy. Has my mic been off this entire time? No. Discounts on processors. There's like an Intel store that you could get into. Ooh, Hammer Fist. Your fist expands to gigantic proportions. Sounds like the porn that I look up. And I really wanted to get I wanted, especially your first time making a gaming PC, you're like, I want to make the best PC ever. But I didn't really make a lot of money. So I got this, but I was able to get to like the second to highest rank because I was grinding this shit out for like probably half a year, and just trying to get all the points that I could, yada yada yada. So I got to the second highest level that you could get, and the higher the level you were, the more of a discount you got on the product. So I was able to get the 6700K, which is an i7, at a good discount. I wish I could. I mean, if I dug into my email a million years ago, I could probably tell you. But it was like it wasn't like a you get 5% off. Like, oh, it was like 40%. I think it was very significant. So that freed up a lot of money that I barely had to get a better better hardware. I don't love the Hammer Fist. Well, I don't know. Maybe if it goes faster, because it's so short range, but it is very strong. But that all being said, all my parts had arrived, and I had the PC built, and it was functioning. I was like, oh my god! I had all figured it out. I installed Windows for the first time on my own. Hold on, let's check out this. Crack the safe. I gotta crack that safe. I think is it just a time-based thing? Yeah. Okay. Well, honestly, having the fist for this is pretty sick. Or maybe not. Oh god! I gotta try to do some looping. Oh wait, did I get it? Hey, caps is the currency? Come on now. What the fuck was I talking about? So I had the PC built. I learned all this stuff. I had to deal with, because I fucked it up, obviously. I had all of the header pins, and a lot of them, I didn't put them in the right spot, which is a super common rookie mistake. I still fuck it up to this day. But I got through all that stuff, and the PC was fast as hell, especially especially compared to what I was used to, and I was feeling really cool about it. But I don't remember if I messed up or if the shipping was just taking forever. But I didn't have a graphics card for like 2 weeks, I think, and it was in that 2-week window that maybe towards the end of it. There was a couple days where Fallout 4 was out. I had it downloaded and installed, ready to go, but I couldn't play it because I didn't have a graphics card at all, and it was heartbreaking, dude. Coming off that hype of playing Fallout 3 for the first time, falling in love with it, playing a couple hundred hours probably every day. I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I think I was going through a breakup. It was just like, I don't know, it was just so sick. And then it's like, oh, there's a new game coming out and it looks really cool. It's like Fallout 4 is going to be here. I was losing my mind. And then like every minute, I fucked up real hard this time talking about Fallout 4. Every second that passed by we could try a chicken butt run, but I feel like I'm going to totally blow with this kind of attack. Yeah, look at that. This is like the bomb or whatever in Metroid. I'm going to bomb this playthrough. Every second that passed by was just agony, knowing that people were playing Fallout 4. I was dodging spoilers, dude, but I was seeing some gameplay and I was like, this looks amazing. I thought it was so sick. And I still do. I love Fallout 4. But it is one of those ones where, like, getting back to my hot take that I started 40 minutes ago, Fallout 4 being my favorite game in the series and New Vegas being my least favorite, like, triggers people so much, and I get why. But here's my defense, or here's my explanation. It's not my defense, because I think I'm right. I know I'm right because it's my opinion on how I feel about the games. I have rose-tinted glasses for Fallout 4 because of when I played it and all that, everything I just explained right there. And like I said, I think I was getting over a breakout of frenzy. Attack speed increased by 20%. That's wild. It's not going to save me, though. I'm terrible with this kind of grenade dropping thing. I don't know if I can put this succinctly. But because of the circumstances in my life that I experienced Fallout 4, I think that really made it a cut above the rest. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I wouldn't have loved that game. It could have been 40% less good, and I still would have I'm like, oh, this is my first big game that I'm playing on my first ever gaming PC that I built by myself after working really hard, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just all of those things, put them together. It was meant to be. It was the perfect storm. That being said, I think a lot of people, at least chopped unks like myself, played New Vegas for the first time when they were my age, when it came out, when we would have been like, whatever, 14, 15, you know, early, middle, high school, all that stuff. When you're also like, and not that means that the game was super good or super bad at the time, but in retrospect, when you're thinking back the good old days, dude, getting on the game, playing COD with your boys, playing Halo motherfucking 3 with your boys, dude, playing Gears of War motherfucking 3, dude. Gears of War 3, dude. Damn, dude, bring it back, dude. Bring it back, dude. I think then you get these kind of nostalgia rose-tinted glasses. Is it goggles? I guess either works. You know, looking in the rearview mirror. So it's just the unstoppable force meets the immovable object with my experience versus their experience. It would be cool. I mean, there's no way to. Well, it'd be cool if we could. Did I choose the egg again? Because I really wouldn't have liked to do that. Whatever. We're vibing. It'd be cool if there was a way that you could just, like, you know, Men in Black mind wipe and have people whose, you know, favorite game is the opposite try the other one for the first, you know, and just see which one they ended up liking more. Because I do think my plan the entire time after playing Fallout 3 was to play New Vegas. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? I was like, I had such a good time with 3, and at the time, that's the only other game that existed as far as a sequel. It looked cool. I watched my friends play it a lot. I was like, hell yeah, why would I not play that? This new game new to me game that I played was awesome. I can't wait to try this sequel. I know it's not a sequel, but fucking whatever. So I think if I played it a little sooner, and assuming I had all the same circumstances, I don't know which one I would have enjoyed more. Still leaning on Fallout because it has a lot of. It just has that. Ah, man. A lot of the reasons that people don't like Fallout 4, like my best friend Jordan Hill, a huge Fallout guy, bigger than me. He's played through Fallout 3 probably 6-7 times, and I don't mean 6-7. I mean honestly probably like 30 times. He loves New Vegas too, and he doesn't like Fallout 4. And a lot of the reasons that, like I just said, that I like it are the reasons he doesn't like it. Like, I really like crafting. I really like settlements. I really like kind of making my own world. And I don't do like role play shit, really. I just like building. I guess it's like a weird soft role play. I'm like, what would I do if I was in this world? I was like, oh, I would make cool buildings and there'd be robots and they would defend all the civilians. You know, I'm not role playing like love interests and like shit like that. You know what I mean? ERP, GTA, roleplay servers. Oh yeah, I'm playing a game. So far I just had the bomb. The bomb! Try that tentacle. For what I was saying. But I that's something that I always want. That's what the entire time I was playing Fallout 3, I was like, because they were much lighter comparatively to Fallout 4. There were a lot of those mechanics where you had control over, you know, domains like towns, and you know what I mean. You can influence places, but you could repair your weapons and gear, and sometimes you could modify it and stuff. But it was, again, comparatively rudimentary. It wasn't really a very advanced system. Not that it wasn't innovative and awesome, but it was just lighter than, you know, and they really built on that with Fallout 4. A lot of people don't give a shit about that. A lot of people like to play Fallout so they can see cool stuff, experience the lore, and just fuck around and fight stuff in this cool world. And I like that too, but I happen to really like the other stuff. So it was a bit of a gamble. That's why I feel like some people don't even see why that stuff was added, because if they're not into the I just said it, not homesteading, what's it called? Settlements. If they're not into it, so much of it is also, it's, you know, it's a Bethesda game, right? So like there's rarely anything that you have to do, because everything has to be optional. It has to be a very modular system, which is its own can of worms, and if it's a good or a bad thing. But so the people that don't like it are like, what the fuck? I don't like this. Why'd they even bother? Because it doesn't even matter. And I think that's a very valid criticism. But you can kind of say that about anything. You know, like, why is the Mages Guild in every Elder Scrolls game, I almost said every Skyrim game, if you don't have to do it? You know, it's like, well, I don't know. You get to choose. It could be cool, and I'm sure there's mods and stuff for this where, like, well, maybe not. That's really complicated. If there was, like, storylines that were, if the storyline of your experience in an Elder Scrolls or Bethesda, why don't we just call it Bethesda game, was linear, and no matter what, if you chose to go with the companions in Skyrim, if you chose to do the railroad or whatever it's called, in Fallout 4, if you wanted to do, again, I didn't really play New Vegas, if you wanted to do Kaisar or whatever it's called, regardless of which one you choose, their storylines progress, regardless of player interaction. Damn, that's kind of cool, though. I'm wondering if there are mods that are like that, because that could, well, there's really branching paths, so they kind of have to railroad, to use that word again, they'd have to just like pick a storyline and stick to it. But then it could be modular, where like this storyline is proceeding with the Mages Guild, and maybe you're not part of it directly, because maybe you're doing I was gonna say my candy's low. I don't remember what that means. Maybe, you know, you're doing other stuff. You're just fucking. Have I been missing the upgrade stats this entire time? Does that make sense though? That's kind of a cool idea. That would be a tremendous undertaking as a mod, where the world continues, whether the player so there would just be a different there'd just be some that you'd have to create a character that would be the stand-in for what would have been the player for those other factions, and you'd have to come up with some sort of time frame But man, that could make for such an interesting world and see how they all play together. Because I mean, in every Bethesda game now, or not now, but forever, you could just, I'm gonna go do the Mages Guild. Once I'm done the Mages Guild, I'm gonna go do the Companions. Then I'm gonna do the Thieves Guild. Then I'm gonna go do the Civil War. You know what I mean? You can, and they wait for you. Which I know there's some things that don't, whatever, but for the most part they do. But it could be really cool to see what somebody would come up with. Wow, I haven't looked at this at all. How much money do we have? 617. Shit, I probably should have been doing. Can I buy all of these? Almost. Pickup range, I love that. Speed, we need to speed up. Is it attack speed or movement speed? That's explosion, bonkers chance. We'll up our crit chance a little bit. If I could do the pickup range. We need a couple more runs of this. This is fun. We're hanging out. Oh, can I do the other levels? No. I wonder if I unlock them through the character progression or if you have to do something else. I'm going to be a bad streamer and answer some text real quick. Because like these mods that I'm talking about, my life continues whether I'm part of it or not, unfortunately. Fuck, what day is today? It's Friday the 9th? Friday is the 9th. No, it's Saturday. Saturday's the 9th. Whew! Alright. Let's give it another whirl. Talk about some more Fallout bullshit. That's a really interesting concept, though. I don't even know if that's possible. Well, anything's possible with mods, but my God, that'd be difficult to figure out how to do. And it would be very interesting to see the creative side of like, because the mod maker would just have to make decisions. So I wonder if, for the sake of customizability and like in the nature of Bethesda games, I wonder if they would maybe it starts with like, you know, there's a mod for like every Bethesda game called alternate start, and that lets you just not have to be railroaded into the Nerevar, or you could be the what's it called in Skyrim, Dragonborn. You're like Dragonborn, you know, like you skip that entirely. I kind of like the spines and whip combo. That seems like I feel like I did the best with that. Anyway, let's for all of you. Oh shit, we're going bonkers. I got Thor's hammer. We got Mjolnir. What is this? Halo? The locusts, they don't even look like bugs. My criticisms of Fallout New Vegas. A lot of them are technical. People don't like that. I have played the game for about 50 hours, and I relent. That is not a very long time to play a Bethesda game. I know it's not Bethesda. That's not a very long time to play a game like that. That sounds crazy to a normie, but it's true. I've probably put 3,000 or 4,000 hours into Skyrim in my day, and as far as the vanilla game, yes, I have done quote-unquote everything. But even still, if you really want to get in the nitty-gritty, it's a lot, but it's not like the most, you know what I mean? Not the most like wizard tier gamer level of playing that game. So New Vegas is no different. I know I haven't played it nearly, oh, let's get that attack speed, let's go. Nearly as much as I could. But I played it as much as I could, if you know what I mean. there's been a couple times over the years. It started with my first PC that I was talking about. I think I played through Fallout 4, and I got to like a reasonable stopping point. I was a couple hundred hours in, and I was like, all right, I want to take a break, played some other games, whatever. So I was like, let's try New Vegas. Everyone says this is super good. I loved Fallout 3. I'm super loving Fallout 4. Let's keep this train rolling. And the first step when you play a Bethesda game on PC, you got to mod that bitch. I'd argue you don't have to for Skyrim, but if you're gonna play, I played Morrowind a lot, and even from even in the dark days, you always, I don't know, just there's mostly just like fixing patches and like stability patches and all that stuff. That might be a little bit outdated, but you get the idea. Real ones, no. So I was relatively, I've always, even for, back in the day, I played World of Warcraft as a kid, so I was pretty comfortable-ish with installing add-ons and mods and stuff. It wasn't anything new. You download Nexus Mod Manager and fucking follow the instructions. You're fine. Download your big titty mods and all that stuff. So there's a big, and I will not remember the name of it, but anybody that's modded New Vegas knows what I'm talking about. It's whatever the biggest fucking one they have is. It's like this huge guide that's like how it's essentially, to me, it's how to make New Vegas playable. And it's kind of involved, even for somebody that was comfortable with this kind of stuff. I think the first time it even tells you, it's like, hey, this might take upwards of like 2 hours just to get through everything, but it will be worth it. Like that, it says it in the instructions for the thing. Should we just try to get all of as many like weapons as possible? I feel like that might be a pro strat. So whatever, I spent a couple hours doing that. I got them all installed. And even still, dude, maybe this was just my experience. Maybe it was just my fucking hardware. Maybe it was just my computer. Maybe there was a user error. The game still just chunked along, regardless of what resolution. And like, even I would try playing it. I would try turning all the mods off, or just a couple of them. Like I did my due diligence on this. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I had done this. Abducted by aliens. Oh, I blew it. Or is the alien my friend? Is that a weapon? I don't know what's going on. I did my due diligence on it. I really tried because I wanted to experience this game really well. And I tried it a couple times vanilla, and dude, brother, like every step of the game chunks. I noticed that on consoles when I'd watch my friends play it when it first came out. I was like, why is there like a weird like stutter with every step in this game? If you take a step forward, you like stutter. And they're like, I don't even see it because I am like the token like PC gaming nerd friend in the group. Well, it's when I did have friends that I was. Now I'm remarkably alone. But I would always notice that kind of stuff, and I was always like, it just looks weird, and it does bother me. I don't need a game to play beautiful 60 locked 4K whatever, but I like it to. But if it's playing 18 and it's stuttering and crashing all the time, that is unplayable to me. That's like unshippable, even for a Bethesda style game. I don't even know what you want to call it. You get what I mean. And I just, no matter how much no matter what I did, it never fixed these issues. It just minimized them. So that was already a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. And I know it's like, oh, bro, the fucking graphics don't make the game, man. And I was like, yeah, I get that. That's me. I can handle this. I'm a big boy. If this is the best it can be, then that's the best it can be. I can still play N64 and have a great time. I can still play Super Nintendo and have a great time. I can still play Atari Lynx and have a good time. I can still play Sega Genesis and have a good time. I can still play TurboGrafx 16, whatever it's called, and have a good time. That's not true. I never played that console, but you know what I mean? And even getting in that mindset, I just didn't like it. It still would crash. It would still stutter. And there was just stuff that I was like, this is weird, but not in a way that it should be. Like not like a good weird. I'm gonna answer another text. Take a sip of my delicious beer. Boy, I always forget these are This is it's not a tall boy. It's a like a in between, but it's a 8%. It's like, whew, okay, I'm fine, but like, whew. We gotta heal up, dude. I don't even remember how you heal up in this game. Hell yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know. I liked... It was also... So now, so that was the main thing. And I know a huge rebuttal to that is... A huge rebuttal to my main concern being just the technical aspect of, like, no matter what I did, I just can't get this game to run how it seems like they wanted it to or how it should. So it's always like, you know, fuck. I wanted that to be the last round, but I'm not done talking about Fallout. We'll try one more. Try with the spines. And I think it's fair for people to say graphics don't make the game, man. But like, this is clearly not working correctly. If your car was like revving every 2 minutes when you were driving it, when you weren't, even if your foot wasn't on the pedal, you'd be like, something's wrong. It'd be distracting at the very minimum. But I struggled to get into the story. Your forehead swells. This is a Cyclops ability. Your forehead swells to reveal a third eye, which obviously shoots lasers because of course it would. What's it, like a short distance? Is it a long distance laser? Yeah, all right, that's cool. Damn, that seems strong as fuck. I had and again, so this is I'm falling from grace already. This is the headspace that I'm in. And I'm kind of fallouted out at this point. I'd blasted through 3, blasted through 4, and they were talking hundreds of hours in these games. And I was jumping right into New Vegas. And so my falloutness was waning. It wasn't gone, but I don't know, you almost have so much battery for this experience. I was bogged down by the hardware being kind of this thing keeps running by. I feel like it's like you need to kill it and you'll get like epic loot or something. And it looks literally just like Homer Simpson. So that's kind of the space that I was already in, which is not ideal. You know what I mean? It's not great. But then I was like, whatever, like, fuck this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to enjoy it. It's like the other games, it can't be that bad. Whatever. I'm not going to let this stuff stop me. The story, I didn't really... It kept not gripping me. And another technical aspect, there's a big philosophy difference between... Hold on, where are we getting in here? 70, let's go. How you play Bethesda open world games versus... What's the name of the company that made fucking New Vegas? It's the Obsidian. They had a bit more of a tailored... kind of guided experience in mind. And I know that's correct and incorrect. Third leg, more legs equals more speed. Let's go. And by that, I mean, in most Bethesda games, they design it in a specific way. Think about when you start Skyrim, you got to go through the intro or whatever. But then you just pick a direction and you go, and you're going to get a different experience each time. In New Vegas, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm saying this is a thing. In New Vegas... You get down, you do your first little town where you wake up, whatever. And then you got to go kind of maybe one or two ways. If you go any of the ways that aren't those one or two ways, death claws. Is there anything wrong with that? No. The designers just want you to go this way. Starting to disagree with myself. I'm starting to be the advocate. Okay, so I don't know what I don't know. So there's probably elements to this that could refute what I'm about to say, and I'm totally open to that. But I kind of think it's not fun when they're like, "Look at this amazing open world," especially when your experience going into New Vegas is predicated on it. At this point, you've played at least probably Fallout 3, and if you're a grand unk like I'm not, you probably played Fallout 1 and 2, which neither of those games are anything close to linear experiences. They're open world CRPGs, dude. That's the whole thing. So when you jump into New Vegas and you're like, oh, this world's so cool. I did the intro village. I kind of understand this world and how to move around a little bit. Why don't we let's go. Like, let's see what happens. And then you run into a Deathclaw, like 6 of them. And you're like, oh my God, a Deathclaw. Wow, it looks so cool in this game. Oh man, I got totally wrecked by it. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna resurrect, or I come back, resurrect. I'm gonna, reload my save and try again. Let's see what else there is. This is a cool world. And you're like, oh, I went south this time. Why don't I go west? Oh yeah, west. Let's go west. Let's just see what's there. I see stuff on the map. And then you do that, and it's more Deathclaws. And you get ganked. Like maybe it's not even Deathclaws. I don't remember exactly. Sorry. It was stuff that, like, clearly it was an intentional design thing where they put strong enemies that you probably can't get past to, prevent you from going that way just yet. Grand scheme, yeah, like, maybe that's a small sacrifice to pay when the full experience later on was incredible. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a little rocky in the beginning, but the rest of the game is a 10 out of 10. Oh, yeah, it was whatever. But it just kept happening to me, man. It just felt like every time I tried to enjoy New Vegas, how I enjoyed other Bethesda games and how I still enjoy those games with that open sandbox. I really like setting up a home base, doing my own thing. I don't really touch a lot of times I don't touch the main mission almost ever, but I'll do a lot of side quest stuff or guilds or whatever first. Or just explore. Sometimes I'll just explore and do my own thing and find caves and shit for like hundreds of hours before even doing anything. And it just felt like my play style just kept getting fucking I kept getting slapped on the wrist for it. And it was just like this kind of like, but Fallout 4 in particular and Fallout 3 facilitated and rewarded that gameplay style. So it was just like this clash, and I'm like, why the fuck am I getting punished for playing this game how I think they're supposed to, how I think they want me to play it? What am I doing wrong here? We get the hammer fist because we're getting a little close. And I think that just kind of took that combined with the technical issues that were already kind of a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. All those things compounded into this just like, what am I doing, man? What do they want me to do? And then I felt like it wasn't my experience anymore. It felt like it was lying to me. It was like, this is this crazy open world where you are the courier and you can choose what you want to do like any other Bethesda game. But then it was like, no, you can't do that. Actually, no, you can't do that. Like, it's like playing a video game with a kid where like you think you're just going to play it like you'd play a fucking video game, but they have all these, they're a kid. They come up with their own like rules and how they want you to do stuff, and you just have to do it like that, and you play with them that way. That's what New Vegas kind of felt like to me because of the prior experiences that I had with the other games leading up to it. If I had the developer sitting next to me on my couch explaining what was going on with me in that moment, I probably could have shelved it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, I just didn't know. I didn't understand that's, I didn't know it was different. I didn't realize this was even happening to me. I thought I was just playing another game in this series. I didn't realize it was that different. I'd probably have a much different experience. But since then, I've tried to go back. I have like 50 hours in that game, I think. Yeah, I said it earlier, whatever it is. I just can't do it, man. I want to do it. It looks great. Everyone says. I'll also argue maybe my final point on the New Vegas versus Fallout 4 thing, because I've talked about this right now for like 4 hours, but also just a shitload of my life. I do think, and I'm sorry, gang. Sorry, chat. Sorry, Chads. I do think the people talking about how much they love New Vegas and how it's the best game in the franchise. Vocal minority. Ooh, he said it. Ooh, everyone's gonna get mad. Ooh, the comments are gonna be mad. Sorry, Chief, but I know it's true for a lot of things that I like. I'm very vocal about things that I like because I like them, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're the best. And I think especially because of the development, however it all played out, I don't remember all the ins and outs, but with Obsidian getting, all the politics and stuff with it, and people feeling like New Vegas was this underdog and all that stuff, and people that also feel that way also not liking Bethesda. It's just, again, another perfect storm of this is like this righteous cause that they want to take up. Like Fallout New Vegas is the best one, and everyone that says it isn't, they don't even know what they're talking about. Obsidian, because they have this personal attachment to the story because they feel like they're part of it, which they are and probably were when it came out. So I think that's like a way too deep overview, when in reality I probably just said, oh, I didn't like it that much. I didn't like it as much, I should say. But people take it really serious, you know. I mean, especially, you know, like big games like that. So that's the long and short of it. And now I have nothing else to say, and we're gonna sit in silence while I play this game forever. I don't know. I gotta give it to Ground Zero Hero. Having a good time. I don't know what the launch price is gonna be for this game, and I think this is only a demo. Like obviously, like I said, we only have the one map, and clearly limited weapons. But like, I could see playing this game more than I played Fallout New Vegas. Am I right, fellas? Having a good time. Just fun. It's just fun. I was worried it was gonna be a lot more cringe. Not nearly as cringe. I put up my cringe blockers. Turns out it's unnecessary. I turned them down. Not all the way. Didn't turn them all the way down. I reduced them. If they're like window blinds, I spun the thing, so they reduced it. But there's still a little bit protection going on. You know what I mean? We're not raw dogging this experience. We're going in protected. I have no idea what these enemies are. They're bouncing. I don't know if that's a reference. They don't have feet. No feet mentioned. Speaking of Majora's Mask, I watched a Did You Know Gaming video about Did You Know Gaming. Did you know Majora's Mask? And I thought it was really cool. There's this is probably like baby level, entry level trivia about that game, but I never really played it. I didn't have it when I was a kid. Depending on what you name your save file, the stars that you see in the skybox at night or whenever you see it are they're different. And it's not like if your name is Kyle, they will be these specific stars. If your name is Jeff, it'll be this. It's just based on what, you know, if you choose whatever letter has a different configuration. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think if two people named their save file the exact same thing, they probably would have the same sky, but still, that's like and granted, they're just like one or two little pixels and, you know, bits and bloops up in the sky. But for the N64, that kind of like customizability and like that technically, not roguelike, there's a name for it, RNG, not RNG. It's just that everyone having an actually kind of unique experience. That's pretty cool for back on the N64. Even though it is like the sky looks a little different, like that's very interesting. And I think it was if I remember what they said, I think it wasn't discovered. Because who would even think, you know what I mean? Until you know, much later on, like maybe the past 10 years or so. And when it was, I think they got something from one of the developers that maybe the one that did it, I don't know, or who that implemented that, but it was kind of this like flown under the radar kind of small thing. When in reality, like, I don't know, that's just a really cool addition that was completely unnecessary, especially for a game. I don't want to say game that old, because that game's not that old. I mean, there's some other things that are definitely older than that game. I mean, right? Like, come on, now, you know, 90s. That's not even. Actually, I don't remember when Majora's Mask came out. I don't think it was technically the 2000s. No, maybe, I can't remember. Ocarina of Time was definitely like 94, 95. I think I'm like the same age as that game. Or maybe not. I don't know, man. We're relying on the ancient text right now, and they're failing me, dude. My scroll's getting a little elder, if you know what I mean. Oh. So I guess the safe just gives you little caps to upgrade your guy. Jesus Christ, man. feel like we're dominating this run, and I'm not even really paying attention. Jesus. Jackpot, baby! Dude, I feel like if we played for like another hour or so, I could like fully upgrade my character for like what's possible with the demo. Maybe that would be the pro strat for a day that I had more time. But I'm gonna be honest, fellas, still pretty sleepy. I'm glad I streamed for the first time. I'm glad I'm getting back into the I'm running out of my words. Get back into the feel of things. Whatever. Back into my routine. I think is this it? Not like this. Not like this. Okay, yeah, we're still locked in. Do the psych up. 500 steak. A steak! Mark, I made a steak. A steak! If you guys are not watching Invincible, I gotta tell you, you gotta be watching Invincible. There's like, what, 4 or 5, 6, 7 seasons out now? You're gonna be bummed out when you get to when you get current and you're not gonna have more to watch, but it's very worth it. The first episode of the show is, you're feeling it out. It has some 10 out of 10 moments. Rest of season 1 almost lost me. It almost lost me. But the primary hook from the first episode kept me going. But my God, every season has just gotten better and better. Well, we unlocked a new mutation called Nimble Fingers. You pulse with a light greenish hue, the sun bouncing off you. Just nice. So, why don't we upgrade it? We'll see what we got for upgrades. I might actually play this. Gamers. I mean, I did just play it, but I might actually play this while not streaming. Ground Zero Hero. Pretty good, gotta say. There was another game that I played in one of the most recent streams that I did. I can't remember which one, but I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is actually, man, now I'm like so scrunched down there. It was pretty good. I think this one might have been better than it. Pretty good game. Feels fully fleshed out, mutated. The flesh is mutated. Ground Zero Hero. I'd say give it a shot. All right, gamers. Thanks for listening to this bullshit again. We're going to do this, if all goes well, every Wednesday around this time-ish. I'm going to the gym. Can barely tell. Too bad there's no gym for growing your hair back. All right. See you guys later. I like to give it a second because sometimes it cuts off what I say because there's a delay. Okay, bye.